why did you decide to write a memoir versus writing about it in a fictional setting, which would have given you that buffer that you mentioned
Yeah.
before?
So I've wondered that too. And I don't really know what the answer is, except that in this case, I did not want the buffer. I felt it was almost like a calling or like an urge, that burning feeling. Like I felt this burning feeling to just write the truth. This is exactly what happened, and this is how it felt. And I didn't want to hide it behind fictional characters. And the reason I know that is because at first, I tried. I came up with a book premise, with a novel premise about loss. And it just felt hollow as I was working on it. I just couldn't get my heart behind it. And when I started just writing as myself, just narrating exactly what had happened to me, I just felt like it was just pouring out, and it did have all this energy in it. It's what I wanted to be doing. Yeah.
Can you imagine later going back to that fictional premise, maybe not that one, but a
Yeah.
different one, and treating it in a future fictional work
I
after having
can.
had the experience of the nonfictional memoir work?
Yeah, I think so. For sure. Because I think it's the kind of topic that I've since learned so many people, so many women experience this. And I didn't know that. I thought when I first miscarried, I thought I did not know anyone who had miscarried. But that's not true. I knew a number of people who miscarried. I just didn't know it because they hadn't told me, because there's this taboo around it. And it wasn't until I had that I found out people would start saying, "Oh yeah, I did too. I did too." And it was like, "Oh, it turns out I know a ton of people who have, but just no one ever talks about it." So I would love, you know, I feel like it's something I would like to see more in fiction just as a reader. And I do think I can see myself coming back to it later after I get this one out of me, because it's that burning feeling of I have to write this for whatever reason. I don't know if it'll get out there in the world. Maybe I just have to write it for myself, but it's that burning feeling of I can't do anything else until this is out of me.